and begin to arrive right where you are, letting go of the busyness of getting here or there, and take a nice deep breath. Hold it for a couple seconds at the top and then release. Fully release your breath. Do that a couple times. So, this is your time. We're going to make the most of it. Really give yourself over to the peace and serenity that is always ready and waiting for you deep within. Make sure you're in a comfortable position, either lying down or sitting in a straight back chair, whichever feels best to you today. Take a few more deep breaths, each time bringing your awareness fully to the present moment. Let go of any busy thoughts preventing you from tapping into your inner essence. As I mention each body part, I invite you to bring your awareness to it and relax it as deeply as you can. As you scan your body, if you encounter tension anywhere, simply use the power of your mind to melt it away as easily as warm water melts ice. Starting at the top of your head, relax your scalp completely. Feel the skin of your forehead and temples relax. Allow your eye muscles to release, your jaw to soften. Let your ears, nose, chin, teeth, tongue, and gums relax. Now, just let this peaceful feeling flow down your neck. Feel it soothe your throat and dissolve any tension on contact as it glides down to your shoulders, upper arms, forearms, wrists, and hands. Let this peaceful sensation of relaxation begin to fill your torso. Feel it relax your chest, giving your heart more room to grow, more expansive, more loving, giving, and forgiving. Soften your belly muscles and let this relaxation penetrate even deeper, releasing any tension from your internal organs. Now let it wrap around you, enveloping you in love and peace as it softens all the back muscles all the way down to the base of your spine. Continue to breathe in deep, fluid breaths. Breathe in health, happiness, harmony. Breathe out any tension, toxins, worries, or disease, allowing anything that does not serve you to leave your body like a dark cloud. Send this peaceful feeling into your hips and buttocks. Let it glide down your thighs, relaxing your legs completely as it flows down to your knees, calves, ankles, and feet. Allow any remaining tension from anywhere in your body to flow out your toes, leaving your whole body feeling very comfortable, peaceful, and relaxed. Continue to breathe deep, relaxing breaths, feeling your belly rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Notice how air feels cooler as you breathe in and warmer as you breathe out. Now, imagine a golden glowing ball of light about a foot above the crown of your head. On an inhalation, breathe that light in through the top of your head, through the center line of your body, right down to the tailbone. On the exhale, breathe that light back up the way it came and out the top of your head. We will do this 3 times to begin to balance and align your chakras. Begin to focus on your root chakra At the base of your spine, and visualize a vibrant red glowing ball of light, or if you prefer, imagine a red crystal. This chakra brings health, security, and dynamic presence. Feel it empower you as it connects you to earth energies. You're radiating power and vitality. Breathe the color red in and out and see yourself living your healthy ideal, feeling happy and grateful for radiant health and boundless energy, weighing your perfect weight with a strong, balanced immune system. Feel how good it feels to have all the energy you need to do all the things you love to do. You feel so grateful for this magnificent body that moves so freely and well and looks so good. Feel yourself healthier than you've ever been before. Now let this vibrant red chakra continue to glow and spin as you move up to your sacral chakra, located between your root chakra and your navel. Here, see a radiant, glowing orange ball of light. This chakra holds the energy of money, power, sexuality, and creativity. Breathe in a rich, beautiful orange color and feel it bring the gifts of being happy, enthusiastic, sexually fulfilled, prosperous, and abundant. See yourself experiencing true wealth on every level, your measure of wealth, being grateful for the abundance in your life now, and imagine riches flowing to you in expected and unexpected ways. Let this chakra continue to glow and spin as you move up to your solar chakra, located a few inches above your navel. Here, see a beautiful, sunny, yellow glowing ball of light. As you breathe in a vibrant yellow color, feel it expand your joy, self worth, and personal power. See yourself successful and deeply fulfilled in your dream job. Feel the glowing yellow chakra empower you as you move up to your heart chakra at the center of your chest, and visualize a beautiful emerald green or a soft pink glowing ball of light. This is the chakra of love for yourself and others. Let it glow, bringing gifts of compassion, self acceptance, and the ability to love deeply. Breathe in pink or green and let these feelings expand, seeing yourself living in perfect harmony with everyone in your life. Let it fill you with gratitude for this opportunity to live in this wonderful world. Feel your heart swell with compassion and forgiveness for yourself and others. Now let this chakra continue to glow and spin and gently move up to your throat chakra, located at your throat. Visualizing a beautiful blue color. This chakra enables you to communicate with truth and wisdom and express yourself with confidence. Breathing blue in and out, see yourself happily expressing your uniqueness through a creative outlet you enjoy, such as singing, dancing, playing a sport, anything that you do for fun. Let this chakra continue to glow and spin and gently move up to your third eye chakra, located at the center of your forehead. See a beautiful, deep, purpley blue, indigo colored glowing ball of light. As it glows, it expands your imagination, psychic abilities, inner knowing, and wisdom. Feel fully supported by the universe as you pursue your personal growth goals, happily following your highest path. See yourself living your ideal in the personal growth area of your life, whatever that means to you. Now, let this indigo light continue to glow and spin as you gently move up to your crown chakra at the top of your head. This is the chakra of spirituality, thought, and service to others. Breathe in violet or white light. Let this chakra glow as it brings gifts of self knowledge, spiritual connection, and bliss. See yourself living in wisdom and awareness, surrendering to divine love, joyfully contributing to the world in a way most meaningful for you. Let this chakra glow and spin as you bring your awareness back to the golden, glowing light above your head. Watch as it transforms into a golden pot. Now breathe it in through your crown chakra to your third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar and sacral chakra, right down to your root chakra. Breathe it in. On exhalation, breathe it back up the way it came. As it passes through each chakra, see the pot filling with sparkling bits of light and a rainbow of colors, representing the gifts and attributes of each one. Now visualize this beautiful gold pot above your head, once again overflowing with sparkling bits of light. This is your unique gold pot, filled with the light of everything you could ever want, sourced from within. Allow the colorful light to pour over you. Spend as long as you like in this peaceful state, visualizing all your dreams coming true as you finally lay claim to the divine light within you, the spirit source of all that is possible. remember that we are divine light and to not be fooled by the density of bodies around us or our own, that we approach everyone and everything with the divinity of our light. And whatever it takes for us to remember that, for me, it's post it notes, but whatever it takes to bring yourself there, I invite you to see the world anew through this place of divine light. Thank you so much for joining our meditation this morning. We hope that you'll stay for our service at 10:15. Thank you so much.
One love, loving is you and me, 'cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy, I just want to shout. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love, loving is you and me, 'cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. Oh yeah. Come on. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. One life living is you and me. One light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me. One light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy, I just want to shout. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy, I just want to shout. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. Oh yeah. Come on. All right. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. Oh yeah. Come on. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. Oh yeah. Come on. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living. Whether you have joined us here in the sanctuary at 4 Points by Sheridan, or you have invited us into your own living rooms or bedrooms or bathrooms or wherever you're viewing us from today, we thank you so very much. Community is so important, and to know that you're here and to know that you're out there just warms my heart. So thank you all so very much for being here. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Dusty Rippelmeyer, and I have the pleasure and the honor of being this community's spiritual director. We are part of a larger organization called Centers for Spiritual Living. At Centers for Spiritual Living, we believe that there is one power and presence that is within us and surrounding us, an energy that has created everything that there is, seen and unseen. We are connected to it in ways that can never be broken. It is that which created us in its image and likeness, and not the other way around, how we always try to make it be. Not some being up there on a cloud doling out punishment and favors at whim, but really an energy that is within us that is benevolent and loving and ready, willing, and able to give us the kingdom of heaven on earth. And so, Ashe, indeed. You're at home, you're missing out. Truly, I'm telling you. But now I lost my train. Anyway, really, so thank you so very much for being here. We know that because we are created in the image and likeness of God, that we have the ability to create. And in fact, we have been doing so our entire lives, whether we've done it consciously or unconsciously. We create the experiences of our lives, which for me is the really good news, because that means that if I don't like the experience that I'm having currently, I am the one that can change it. Change your thinking, change your life. And so we gather together on Sundays and Wednesday evenings on Zoom, and for classes and for social events, to really support each other as we walk this spiritual path. So thank you all for being present today. So today is the first Sunday of the month, and traditionally this has become the Sunday that we celebrate all of the people that have a birthday in that month. So is there anyone here that is celebrating their birthday in the month of June? Wow, maybe all of you are at home today. So uh, we would love to be able to say your names, but I can't see you standing up and raising your hand. So we're just going to say that these beautiful flowers are dedicated to everyone that has a birthday in the month of June. So see if this sounds like you. People born in June tend to be flexible and adaptable in various situations. They are open to new experiences and can easily adjust to changes or challenges that come their way. Their versatility allows them to handle different tasks and rules efficiently. People born in the month of June have a very humble nature. Due to their compassion and humility, they never hesitate to help those in need. Moreover, they are sociable and quickly influence others with their sociable nature. People born in June are lively by nature. Due to their lively nature, they succeed in leaving an impression on the hearts of their friends. They bring life to parties and social gatherings. For people born in June, being kind and polite is one of the most important things to them. They may not show you their emotions, but they know the importance of having a kind and polite nature. They always show compassion to whomever is in need. People born in the month of June have a dynamic personality. Their personalities make them quite popular among the people around them. They are considered social butterflies because they are charismatic, talented, and good looking. I know nobody's born in June, but all y'all are pretty good looking too, to me, no matter what month you're born in. Uh, they are very intelligent and extremely inquisitive and have a childlike nature. They are great communicators and can easily draw everyone's attention. People born in June have a romantic nature. They emotionally connect in any relationship. However, they do not prefer public displays of affection. Instead, they enjoy secret, romantic moments of interlude. They value all of their relationships. If you know someone who was born in the month of June, you will agree that they are quite imaginative. They often daydream about various things and they are open to new and thrilling ideas. If you ever run out of ideas, then you can surely take the assistance of people born in the month of June. This is because their mind is always filled with cool and crazy ideas. So we'll hold out our hands to all of those people out in the ethers who have birthdays born in June. We see you. We know who you really are. We are grateful for you. We celebrate the day that you arrived on the planet. And we love you. Happy birthday. So please join us follow right immediately following the service for our monthly lunch bunch celebrating those people born, whose birthdays have in June, and just an opportunity to break bread together one time a month. We'll be going to Lugano's Restaurante at 1060 Darrington Drive in Cary. So please come and join us for that. I'd now like to take a moment to thank the lovely Michelle Love for her beautiful meditation that expanded the container that our service will unfold within. Thank you very much, Michelle. And speaking of Michelle, please welcome her back to the podium.
Thank you, Dusty. Good morning, everyone, here and at home. So, our theme for the year 2023 is Living Out Loud. I couldn't see anybody. Our theme for the month of June is Embracing Self-Care. And Reverend Dusty's talk title today is Embracing Self-Care. I'm now going to read this community's purpose statement. This is our reason for being here. Our purpose is to inspire, educate, and empower individuals to experience themselves as unique and individualized expressions of God, the love intelligence that governs the universe. We are committed to not merely a theoretical understanding of our oneness and unity with God, but to consciously practice this truth in our everyday lives. Through celebration, service, study, and fellowship, we are committed to the transformation of our personal lives into being a powerful and beneficial presence on the planet. With the energy of unconditional love, simply, we are here for God. And so it is. So I now invite you to close your outer eyes, turning within, opening your heart and mind, and allowing the healing sounds of the crystal bowls to simply wash over you.
invite you all to start bringing your attention back into the room and into your bodies. And for the next part of our service, the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living honors the diversity and threads of truth that run through all spiritual paths, as represented by this ceremony. Please welcome Imanja and Roy, who will be assisting us this morning. Christianity is the path of Christ consciousness, love, and forgiveness. Buddhism is the path of compassion and understanding. Judaism is the ethical path of living by sacred law. Baha'i is the path of unity and peace. Islam is the path of submission to the will of God, the highest calling. Confucianism is the path of deliberate tradition. Taoism is the natural way, the path of ultimate reality. Native American practice and shamanic traditions are the paths of primal spirituality. Shintoism is the path of tribal ancestry. Hinduism is the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. Science of mind and spirit is the path of the divine principle of love and law. And the heart represents the one heart, the one love that resides at the center of all people and all beings everywhere, with no exceptions. May peace prevail on earth through followers of all paths. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. And now I invite you to close your outer eyes as I speak a blessing on our service this morning. And I welcome another magnificent day in the presence of the one infinite intelligence. And I know that we are one with this infinite intelligence, that we are one with its perfection, its love, its joy. And as such, each and every person here today is infused with that perfection and joy. And I know that today's service brings an even higher appreciation and understanding of the truth of who and whose we are. So I speak a blessing on our service today and to all the volunteers who helped create the space, the AV volunteers who are helping to bring this to you across the, I don't know if this is the right way to say it, the airwaves. And our wonderful, beloved Reverend Dusty, as she allows herself to be a vessel of this infinite intelligence and love. And I speak a blessing on her, knowing that she is lifted and gifted by her gift to us today. And I speak a blessing on our musician, Sandy Hemingway, as he brings his wonderful gift of music and creativity that blesses us all. And last but not least, the congregation, whether here or at home, because you are the heart of everything here at the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living. And so, love to us all. And so it is. The readings today are from Melody Beatty and Parker Palmer. Melody Beatty says, "We can cherish ourselves and our lives. We can nurture ourselves and love ourselves. We can accept our wonderful selves with all our faults, foibles, strong points, feelings, thoughts, and everything else. It's the best thing we've got going for us. It's who we are and who we were meant to be. and it's not a mistake. We are the greatest thing that will ever happen to us. And Parker Palmer says self care is never a selfish act, it is good stewardship. Stewardship. Anytime we give ourselves the care we require, we do it not only for ourselves, but for the many others whose lives we touch. Amen. So, and now I'd like to introduce our wonderful musician, Sandy Hemingway. Take it away.
Thank you. This is a song that I wrote back in 2019 before COVID descended on us. Um, it's a little different than some of the things I've written, but it's called All of the Love in the World. There is a time when I take a break from all of the fear in me, diving inside to the source within. I dance with my thoughts and my hopes and my dreams. Suddenly I am floating upward, leaving myself behind. Closing my eyes, I go deeper. Silent and still, my heart is filled with all of the love in the world. All of the love in the world. Breathing deep, I close my eyes. Fill my heart and still my mind. Take a break from myself, I can feel it. When I open my heart, I can heal it. Silent and still, my heart is filled with all of the love in the world. All of the love in the world. There is a way to refresh my spirit when I am feeling low. Hidden inside every breath I take, the power I need to connect to the whole. Part of a larger heart beyond me. Energy fills my soul. Closing my eyes, I go deeper. Silent and still, my heart is filled with all of the love in the world. All of the love in the world. When I search for the source and reflection, I am one with the force of connection. Unity fills my heart and feeds my soul. I am part of the light, though I'm blinded. Just by closing my eyes, I'm reminded, silent and still, my heart is filled with all of the love in the world. All of the love in the world. There is a light that I only see when I stop and close my eyes. It is the light of a billion souls, all loving the family and friends in their lives. Gratefully I move from my darkness, diving into the light. Closing my eyes, I go deeper. Silent and still, my heart is filled with all of the love in the world. 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 Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Sandy. That was absolutely beautiful. Let's have another round of applause for him. So, today we are embarking on a month-long journey about embracing self-care. And I would like to begin by inviting each and every single one of us to take a moment to think about the times that you have been sitting on an airplane, awaiting for it to take off, when one of the flight attendants comes into the center aisle, and then a voice comes over the loudspeaker or the intercom, and with an announcement from the cabin crew. Now, one of the things that they say has become the poster child justification for self care across the world. But I believe, however, that all of the messages that they give us during that demonstration have something very important to say to each and every single one of us as we walk our spiritual journey, and especially today as we begin our month on self care. Serving you in the main cabin today is Heather Abbott, Michelle Love, Barbara King, Sandy Hemingway, and myself, Dusty Rippelmeyer. We know that you have a lot of choices out there, so we're really grateful that you have chosen to fly with us today. Should you decide to get up and walk out of the room halfway through my sermon, I want you to know that I honor your right for self-care. And because of that, I want you to know that there are three exits available. The first exit is over to my right, and that door leads out into the back hallway. This is the storage area. Now, I'm not quite sure what you would want to be back there for, or what you would do once you get there, but it is a choice. The second door is here behind me to my right, and that door leads out into a stairwell. Now, I'm not quite sure what's exactly up on top of that stairwell because I've never chosen to actually go up that, but again, it is another choice. But I need you to know that this door is problematic. And it's problematic because if you choose to get up in the middle of my sermon and leave, you will be walking over to that door and will, in all probability, end up on camera. So not only will the people in this room know that you have gotten up in the middle of my sermon to leave, but that also everyone at home will know that you have done that same thing. And I want you to absolutely be sure to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that what happens on the internet stays on the internet for a really, really long time. So choose wisely. Now, the third door is over here to my left, and it will lead you to the front hallway, the bathrooms, and the possibility of a continental breakfast. Now, this is probably your best choice, but as you can see, there are many possibilities available, as always. Now, all three of these doors will actually lead you outside, although one of them may have an alarm attached to it, which will silently call the police department. Now, the invitation is to consciously choose the right and perfect path for yourself. There are very many ways to God, as we have just seen in our ritual, and there are very many ways to take care of yourself as you walk your spiritual path. Just remember that all of those doors that lead outside also open the door for entry into, and you are more than welcome to come back to your home should you ever decide to do that. Now, at this time, I would like you to please take a moment to stow your baggage away safely, either in the upper locker up above us or in the seat in front of you. Now, the tray table should also be stowed away and the seat back put upright and the leg rests put away. Now, this isn't to ensure that there are absolutely no obstacles in the way if an evacuation is necessary. And this is not only for your own safety, but for the safety of all of those people that are sitting around you. On our spiritual journey, it is very, very important to keep our baggage stowed away. And I know you all know what baggage I'm talking about. Now, everybody's baggage is different, but all of that baggage can become a huge obstacle to our growth and evolution. So, the invitation is to learn what we can from it and then keep it stowed away safely in the past. It is our choice. We do not have to drag it all the way into our next destination. And in fact, would be taking better care of ourselves and those around us if we just left it there in the past and didn't carry it with us anywhere. Yes. This is a safety card. Although don't look too close because it's actually the instructions for my air fryer. But for today, it is a safety card. Now, this is kept in the pocket of the seat in front of you or in the pocket on the bulkhead. It's actually a legal requirement for all seats to have a safety card. The card shows the instructions of what to do in an emergency, of where the exits are, and of how to evacuate the aircraft. It also shows you the brace position should there have to be an emergency landing. Now, this is a different kind of safety card. A different kind of safety card. And I encourage each and every single one of you to keep this text on your desk or in your bookshelves or on your table side next to your bed or underneath your pillow, hoping for some osmosis or whatever you need to do to keep this safety card up front and center in your lives. It talks about the spiritual practices and principles that assist you to be able to navigate your way through your spiritual journey with ease and with grace. It reminds you of who you are in the trying times. And it teaches you how to consciously and intentionally pray in emergencies and even when you're sitting in a moment of complete gratitude. Now, if you have been in a car even one time since 1942, you're going to recognize something like this. The seat belts in the airline are to be put across you down low and across your hips. All you have to do to connect is to simply align the two parts and push them one into the other, connecting them. Now, it's also very easy to disconnect. All you have to do is push this button or have someone else push the button. And the connection will be broken until you consciously and intentionally choose to reconnect it. Do I need to repeat that? The buttons are yours. You installed them, but somebody else might push them. And when they do, you will be disconnected, and you have to intentionally choose to reconnect. Now, it might seem very simple, but it is the absolute truth that it has been seen in aircraft accidents that people in shock sometimes struggle to manage their seatbelts during unexpected turbulence. Now, sometimes on our spiritual journeys, we turn away from the very thing that we need to stay deeply connected to because we are in shock, or because we are overwhelmed by our human perceptions, or because we so believe in the race consciousness beliefs that are floating around us. The invitation is to keep our awareness of the divine at the forefront of our consciousness and to stay connected to it. Just as we need to practice with the seatbelts on the plane so that dealing with them is second nature, we need to practice staying connected in both the good and the challenging times. It's one of the most important self care practices that we can do for ourselves. Now, in case of an emergency evacuation in water, you will need to use this. Now, a life preserver is a floating device designed to keep a person from drowning. Without it, even the strongest swimmer on earth will find it difficult to stay afloat forever without tiring and without sinking down underneath the water and perhaps perishing. Now, life is like a sea. Sometimes it's calm and still, and at other times it is rough and choppy. We often need a life preserver to keep us floating. Prayer can be a spiritual life jacket. In perilous times, it keeps our heads up above the level of the water, perhaps just long enough to be able to breathe. In calmer seas, it comforts and anchors us. Its value cannot be overstated. Kindness, kindness is also a spiritual jacket or a life jacket that keeps the world afloat. One act of kindness begets another act of kindness, begets another act of kindness, and so on. Now, while we typically do not engage in acts of kindness in order to get something back, the truth is that the act of kindness is an act of self care because it raises up our own vibrational level. And when we raise up our own vibrational level, we attract to ourselves and to those around us things and experiences and circumstances that are a higher vibrational level, and that just spreads around the world. Joy is like a life jacket. Now, a life vest does not keep us out of the waves, but it keeps the waves from overwhelming us. So joy is deeper than happiness. Happiness is dependent upon circumstances. It's dependent upon what happens to us. Now, joy, on the other hand, comes from a very a long view term. It's a long view look. The understanding of it comes from the truth that in the end, everything will be just fine. Everything will be good. Now, it does not keep us from the trial, but it sustains us through the trial. It's rooted in the character and nature of God itself. It's a God quality that we arrive on the planet with. Choosing joy is an act of self-care. Now, in order to be able to use this, we simply put it up over our heads and our hats. And then you just have to connect it and cinch it up tight, right? Well, yeah, like that. More or less, right? So you just put it up over your head. And then once you get outside of the plane, you actually just pull this little red tab. And when you pull this little red tab, then the life vest inflates and it will allow you to then float on the water. Now, for those of you who like to do everything in the most difficult way possible, every single time, or for those of you that are like really overachievers, you absolutely can take this little tube and you can blow it up yourself. But why would you want to when the thing works perfectly well on its own by itself? You just have to pull that little red tab and whoo, it just fills up. So why would you want to expend all that energy when you just surrender to the way that it works? Now, you can choose to go it alone. You can absolutely choose to go it alone if you want to. However, just remember that the divinity within and the universe without is always ready, willing, and able to give you the kingdom of heaven on earth. We also have other divine manifestations of God in our lives that we can lean into. We do not have to walk this path alone. The invitation is to be willing to ask for assistance when we need to, when we are struggling to stay afloat. Reaching out for a life preserver and keeping it close is a necessary act of self care in our lives. Now, should there be a loss of cabin pressure, this will drop down from overhead, right? So you're encouraged to pull the mask toward you in order to start the flow of oxygen. The masks are worn over your nose and your mouth, and you should fit your own mask before you assist anybody else to do theirs. Now, once again, the instructions for this oxygen use holds a very good lesson about staying connected to God. They also show us how to handle ourselves when real life turbulence happens in our everyday lives. Now, since that oxygen drops down from up above us from the overhead compartments, it's a good reminder to keep our eyes focused on where that oxygen comes from in the event of a crisis. Now, even though we don't believe that God is up on a cloud somewhere above us, but rather a presence within us, the message is still clear. Keep looking to the source of life itself. Now, if that oxygen mask comes down, it means that the cabin pressure is off. Now, people can lose consciousness very quickly without the appropriate amount of air or oxygen, right? So if we're traveling with someone who needs assistance, we're instructed to put our own mask on first so that we don't pass out before we're even able to assist them. Our initial response might well be to help them first. It just might well be, especially if it's a loved one that's sitting next to you. Now, we would do anything, really, right? We would do anything to ensure their safety, even before we start thinking about ourselves and what we need to do for ourselves. This is natural for most of us to do that, but it's not effective or wise, especially in the long run. As human beings, we have only a limited amount of energy. Hard as that is to admit or even to understand, we have a limited amount of energy. And while using our valuable and limited time and energy to assist others, we are basically prioritizing other people's needs and choosing to belittle our own. And unless we consciously restore that energy, it's only heading in one direction, downward, downward. Now, some people think it's their duty to put everyone else's needs first. In truth, unless we prioritize self-care, we will burn out and not be any good to anybody. Choosing ourselves doesn't mean not choosing them. Putting ourselves first doesn't mean that we don't care about them. It simply means that we are smart enough to know that we cannot assist others if we do not take care of ourselves first. Amen. Amen. Now, walking our spiritual path, we must lean into our life giving connection to God before we can try to assist anybody else. Otherwise, that we're just trying to share limited and frazzled resources, and that's the quickest way to absolutely burn out. So the invitation is to think about the acronym HALT, HALT, which states that if we are hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, we're less likely to be able to choose our highest and best response to any circumstance that we might be going through. That is why it's imperative for us to stop, take care of ourselves, and reconnect to God. Now, for the mask to work, right, we have to put it over both our mouth and our nose. If we leave our nose out of the mask, we will not be able to get enough oxygen. We have to be all in for God. We have to be all in for God. We have to bring our whole selves to life. And the last thing that I want you to know about this is that this oxygen, this bag, this little bag right here, may not fill up. It may not expand. Even if it looks like there's no air in the bag, oxygen is still flowing through. This is the same thing with our faith. Just because we cannot physically see God working in our lives does not mean that God is not there. We believe that God is everywhere in its fullness and in its wholeness at all times. There is no place where God is not. Knowing this truth and living our lives from it is another act of self-care. Now, cell phones can only be used in the airplane mode, right? Portable electronic devices must be switched off during takeoff and taxiing and landing, and stowable video screens must be put away. Window blinds should be up so that the flight attendants can see the outside conditions in there, should there have to be an evacuation of some kind. Now, the invitation here is to be present in every single moment, focused and not distracted, so that we are available for the download, so that we are available for the wisdom and the clarity that is available to each and every single one of us. The invitation is to keep our eyes and our ears open and choose to see beyond what is playing out in the world of form to the truth that is always behind it. Always. Now, self-care encompasses all of the ways that we intentionally take care of our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Practicing self-care reduces stress, and it actually improves all of our relationships, most especially our relationship with ourselves. It's the primary way that we can tell ourselves, I'm worth it. My health and my sanity matter. I care enough about me to take the time to look after myself. This is especially important when life is busy, complicated, demanding, or difficult. Now, in truth, there are many different ways that we can embrace self-care practices as a sustainable lifestyle. They include sleep, exercise, a healthy diet, rest, journaling, community, maintaining healthy, authentic boundaries, walking in nature, playing and having fun, laughter, dancing, meditation, prayer, forgiveness, and gratitude. Now, many of these are so much a part of our daily lives that we might not even think about them as self-care practices until they're missing. They need to be scheduled into our everyday schedule, or we may neglect them altogether. We have to accept that it's totally up to each and every single one of us to make time for our own self-care right here and right now, so that we can care for others from a space of abundance rather than from a space of lack. The underlying truth, however, is that our schedule never frees itself up on its own. We have to choose to stop filling it up. Making the time for what is truly important to us is totally our own responsibility and absolutely within our control. Absolutely. Now, the bottom line is that it is not selfish to love ourselves, to take care of ourselves, and to place our well being as a priority in our lives. Our commitment to self care affects not just our own life, but everyone else around us. So today, I'm inviting each and every single one of us to prioritize our self care as non negotiable and to embrace those practices as a lifestyle. Our evolution depends upon your commitment to your own self care, individually and collectively. Please believe me when I say that it is okay to care for you. It is okay to care for you. And once again, thank you for choosing to fly with us. All right. So thank you all so very much. It is now time for our conscious giving. Actually, let me do a prayer first. Let's anchor this conversation in prayer. So I just invite you to close your outer eyes, to allow yourself to turn your attention inward, away from the world of form and to the center of your being, where I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that spark of the divine resides, that space that is the very essence of peace, joy, creativity, love, and freedom. I know that I am connected with it in ways that can never be broken. It is closer than my very breath. In fact, God is synonymous with breath, with air, with love, with peace. And I know that this is not only my truth, I know that it is the truth of each and every person here today, each and every person online, all sentient beings on the planet. We are all divine emanations of the one, ambassadors of its presence. And it is from that place of being deeply connected that I speak these words about and for each of us today, truly knowing that we can live our lives from a space of self-care. That it doesn't mean that anyone else is not important. It simply means that we understand that we have to take care of ourselves first and foremost in order to be able to assist anyone else. It means that we have to stay connected to our inner divinity in order to bring the highest and the best that we have to offer to anyone else. It means stowing away our baggage, letting go of those things that no longer serve us, keeping it in the past and not dragging it with us into the future. I claim ease and grace for us around doing this. I claim ease and grace for us around leaning into those things which are like life vests for us: prayer, kindness, joy. We can choose them in any given moment and allow that flotation device ability that each one of them represent to keep us floating above the crisis, above the chaos, and to know that it's an opportunity to take a big, deep breath and to reconnect with the truth of who we are. I know that we can do the extra work to make sure that we are deeply connected. Pull on that face mask just a little teeny bit to start that flow of oxygen, knowing that, like Ernest Holmes says, we have to treat and move our feet. We have to do what is ours to do, what we came here to do, what we signed up to do. And when we do that, everything works just a little bit better, and we contribute to raising the consciousness of everyone on the planet and actually assist to create a world that works for everyone. And I'm so grateful to know this truth and to speak these words. So grateful for the power of prayer, knowing that these words are loosed into a law that only ever says yes. That my words are clothed in form even as they are spoken. And so I speak them and I release them with love and gratitude and full expectation of their manifestation, letting go and letting God be God. I invite everyone to anchor this prayer for ourselves, for our community, and for the world simply by saying, and so it is. And so it is. Amen. Thank you all so very much. Now it's time for our conscious giving. The Triangle Center for Spiritual Living is sustained by the giving of our time, talent, and treasure. And this is the time every week when we offer our financial support to assist this community to be a beacon of light and love for ourselves and each other. Is this hat impairing your ability to feel like you want to give to this community? Together we affirm the truth that this offering supports this community, prospers the one giving, and contributes to the experience of sufficiency on the planet. There are 3 different ways that you can do this. Visit our website at www.trianglecsl.org. You can text the word give using the following number, 919-230-8445, or you can mail your gift to the office at PO Box 4062, Cary, North Carolina, 27519. Please place your hand on your heart with your gift or an intention for yourself or for this community, and we'll say our offering affirmation in a call and response. I live in an abundant universe that blesses and prospers my life. I give with gratitude, knowing that God is my source. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you all so very much. Now, as the baskets are being passed, please welcome the amazing Sandy Hemingway back to his piano.
Didn't prepare leaving on a jet plane for the song, but this is a song I wrote more than 15 years ago. It's called Be Sunshine.
When the day has been a bear for me, and my mood is turning dark, when I feel my patience wearing thin, and I really need a spark, there's one thing that I can always do that will drive my blues away. I give flowers to my one true love, gifts of love, feed the flame, be sunshine, be sunshine. When the storm clouds of your life come round, and your skies are turning gray, when the river seems too wide to cross, or you feel you've lost your way, there's a power that's inside of you that can always light your way. Do a kindness for another love you can afford. What you give, you will reclaim. Kindness is its own reward. Look inside. Feed the flame. Be sunshine. Be sunshine. When you think the planet cannot last, and the news is filled with gloom, when the earth seems to be filled with hate, and you fear disaster looms, there's a power that's in all of us that will one day stake its claim. Heaven will someday live here on earth, and some faith. Feed the flame. Be sunshine. Sing it with me. Be sunshine. Be sunshine. Be sunshine. Thank you.
That was gorgeous, Sandy. Thank you. What a beautiful, energetic song. Wow. All right. Now, if anyone would like prayer, please go to our website at trianglecsl.org. On the homepage, there's a button in the upper right-hand corner. Click on that button and fill in the request form. We will get that prayer and send it out to all the ministers and practitioners, and get ready for something awesome to happen in your life. Amen. Yeah. If anyone would like to dedicate a flower dedication to anyone for anything, please contact Heather Abbott at info@trianglecsl.org or Reverend Dusty at dustyrippelmeyer@yahoo.com. And thank you to everyone who stayed last Sunday for our second community visioning session. Our third and final session will be on Sunday, June 18th. Please save the date and consider joining us and adding your divine insight to the whole as we move forward into God's highest idea of the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living. This visioning is a very powerful thing, so join us if you can. Now, the last chance to sign up for our foundations class. If you haven't done foundations, you would love it. It's a personal exploration of the 10 core concepts of science of mind philosophy, faith, and way of life, and their application to the process of daily living. Discover and express the power, creativity, freedom, abundance, and joy that lie within you. The course is 10 weeks in length, plus a one-day prayer workshop. The class will be held on Tuesday evenings from 6:30 to 9:30 on Zoom. And it starts this week? This week. Yep. So get on the website and sign yourself up if you're not already signed up. And excuse me, an email announcement came out on June 1st for our Gourmets for God, friend and fundraiser. It's been a couple of years since we did this. I kind of lost track of it. This is so much fun, you guys. Oh my goodness. If you haven't done it yet, it's a chance to get together. I should be reading this. Never mind. The first email was about engaging hosts for the events. Gourmets for God sponsor and host events that can be simple or elaborate. Some hosts provide pizza, others use their own unique passion and creativity to provide culinary delights, simple or fancy. It's about the fun, the joy of being together, and making new friends. Whether you're an experienced chef, a genuine foodie, or know how to order some mean takeout, it's up to you. In addition to the food, you get to choose fun activities. Some examples are a casual picnic at sunset, an elegant meal with charades, a fun night of bowling, a cooking class, or throwing some pottery with a lunch. Let your creativity flow. Hosts can sponsor more than one event. Perhaps you can cook and your friend has a special talent. Pair up with a co host to offer a distinctive event. Complete a separate host registration form for each event once your potential dates are determined and your plans are fully developed. Submit your host registration form no later than Wednesday, June 21st, excuse me, to avoid scheduling two events on the same date and time. Please submit multiple dates that work for you if possible. First come, first serve. Weekends are the most popular, but any day works. Please no Tuesday or Wednesday evenings or Sundays before 3. Secure your event date now. If you wish to check out any calendar dates, contact Heather Abbott. The silent auction for seats at the events will happen July 1st to July 23rd. The events will take place from August 11th through November 15th. Okay, so back to what I was saying. It's really fun, and you should sign up to be a host or to be a participant or both. It'll open your world to like the people in the community and new types of cuisine and just new experiences. Okay, next. Save the date for our annual Durham Bulls game experience. Yes, once again, we will gather together to attend a Bulls game. The date is Friday, July 28th. More to come as it gets closer to the date. Now, in the comfort of your own home or here, please stand for our June affirmation. This is a call and response. Please repeat after me and say it with meaning. Self care is an integral part of my human experience. I know that my evolution depends on my commitment to it. I embrace it as a daily practice in order to live my life to the fullest. I mindfully fill my cup to support myself and everyone else in my life. Self care invites me to learn how to surf through the waves of grief to joy. Joy is a God quality that I arrived on the planet with. I have the ability to hold it even in the midst of grief and uncertainty. Today I choose to embrace joy and allow a wave of peace to wash over me. And so it is. And now I invite you all to close your eyes one more time as I speak a benediction. I'm so thankful and grateful for this opportunity to be together. And I know that I will continue to fly on this airline going forward, the airline of infinite spirit, the airline of infinite love, the airline of bringing joy to the world through my experience of joy and connection to that one infinite mind. And I know that as this is true for me, it is true for each and every one of you, that our lives have been enriched today through this wonderful and fun experience of being on the Triangle CSL airline, and that, and that we bring this joy and this light and this love and this creativity and this abundance into our families, into our lives, into our communities, and it creates a tidal wave of love over the world. And so I'm very grateful to know that this is the truth for me, for all of us. I release this into the law that only ever says yes, and so it is.
So please consider joining us pretty quickly if not immediately, at Lugano's Restaurante at 1060 Darrington Drive in Cary. And we can follow each other if you don't know quite where that is, but please come and join us as we celebrate the people that are having birthdays in June that are somewhere out there, but we'll just celebrate each other even though no one in the room is having a birthday in June. And I also want to remind you that next week we will be online only. Online only next week, next Sunday. So please remember that. And we'll see you back here that next weekend for Father's Day. Yes? I love you all. Have a wonderful week.
Yeah, one light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me. One light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. One life living as you and me. One light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me. One light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. One life living as you and me. One light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me. One light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. Oh yeah. Come on. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. One life living as you and me. One light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me. One light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. One life living as you and me. One light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me. One light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. One life living as you and me. One light shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all